The hardest thing for a single mother to do is to wait in a lineup. I got this quote from Minister Jap. He's a popular YouTuber. And when I heard that quote, I was like, damn! That spoke a lot to me. Especially now with this COVID crisis and this eviction moratorium. I had to do a video on that quote. And the thing is that I'm not talking about all single mothers. I'm just talking about the single mother that I encounter. I guess it's only unique to me that I've encountered these type of single mothers. So I'm not talking about all single mothers. I'm just talking about the ones that I encounter, because I guess it's unique to me. But if it also has happened in your life, then leave a comment below and you could give your story and then we can read it over and compare notes. So, this is story time. I got this one spot available to rent, and three, four single mothers all looking for that same apartment to rent. And because of this whole eviction moratorium, all of them are asking, I need to move in right now, if you can make an exception for me right now. And I said no, because of COVID right now, I need you to take this application that I filled out, go downtown and hand it to a social worker, and when everything goes through and I get the check, then you can move in. Now, I have properties in Buffalo and Cleveland, and most of them are housed by single mothers, and they have social assistance, and the government pays the rent directly. As long as they go and they attend their programs, as long as they go and see their probation officers, as long as, they're keeping up with everything, then yes, they will continue to pay rent. But with this eviction moratorium, a lot of them are not going to their programs. They're not going to their probation officer. They're not waiting in line for what they need to do, because the government is paying for their rent. They had no financial crisis. They're not losing a job. The government is paying for their rent directly as long as they go to their programs. Wait in line to see the probation officer or wait in line to see the social worker. And some of them have gone as far as calling their social worker or calling their social worker that takes care of the rent and tells them not to pay rent to William, even though they're still living in the apartment. So, really, they're not suffering from any financial job, unlike some of you who are working 40, 50 hours before COVID, working non-stop to pay for rent. Some of them, all they have to do is wait in a lineup with their social worker, fill up some forms, and hand it in, and their rent is paid. That's all they have to do to pay for it, but they won't even do that. And now we got a whole bunch of them calling me for a spot housed by people that don't want to do what they need to do to pay for rent, which is as easy as waiting in a lineup and handing in some forms. So now, before the eviction moratorium, of course, you could always threaten them with evictions and get them all out of there. So there was a reason for them to go and do their programs. But without this moratorium, without this eviction, now they're just sitting back and relaxing. And in my last video, people are saying that this is almost like communism, where the government steps in and tells you what you can and cannot do with your property. You got housing court closed, but you got criminal court open, you got family court open, you got divorce court open, you have those crimes are open, you have rioters, Black Lives Matter, the Trump riot at Capitol Hill. Everything else is open except for eviction courts. So that's why I need to ask, why is everything else open but not housing court? Stopping us from exercising our right as landlords. So that's why, guys, when Minister Jap told me that the hardest thing for single mothers to do is to wait in the lineup, that hit me right here. I was like, damn! He's so right. But I'm not saying all single mothers, I'm just saying the ones that I encounter. I don't know about you, but the ones that I encounter, that was my situation. Anyways, guys, it's really for YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you got any comments, leave them down below. That's all I got to say for this video.